Welcome to the Rusted Garden tour for the beginning of March. So this is pretty much a candid look at my office. This is where I do a lot of the videos, so sort of my studio, but my wife calls it a mess. Here's how everything is doing. You'll notice white powder on top of the seed starts. I have fungus gnats. Now you might be like, you know, you showed us how to control fungus gnats. What happened? I'll show you in a second. So that's Captain Jack's Captain Jack's dead bug dust on top to kill the flying insects that may come in. These are a lot of my peppers, but mostly perennial flowers. I have videos coming out on that. That is apple cider vinegar to control the flying insects. I did the hydrogen soak to control the larvae that are in the soil. Those are cool weather crops right in there. I'll be doing a video on that, getting them all started. You can see some of them flying around right there, and they will land in the apple cider vinegar and die. Have my thyme and oregano up there. Going to do transplant videos and herb videos soon. And all of my fungus gnats came not from my starting mix, let me move over here slowly, but from the lovely succulents that I bought at Home Depot and stores like that. So they were all in the soil and they just kind of worked their way around. Doing a video on spraying the leaves and the tops of the soils with the topical hydrogen spray. That will be coming out soon. But this is a kind of, you know, a quick look at what I do in the office, so to speak, shooting videos. I'm going to be doing a video today on how to seed start tomatoes, peppers, basically your garden indoors without grow lights, and that's really transitioning them outside during the day. I'll be doing that setup and bringing that to you probably tonight. Those are actually peas in there. That video will be ready in a couple of days. But this is kind of how I get all the videos started, things going, piece them together and get them out to you. Let's go outside. Not much going on. I've taken down a couple of trees, but I've also bought fruit trees, but I'm just going to show you my general plan out there. This is my mudroom. These are some things I'm picking up at Walmart, Home Depot, Lowe's. You can pick up for $5 at Walmart right now. They have all kinds of different ferns and flowers. You know, you are kind of paying and getting what you pay for. However, these work pretty well. For $5, most of the time these roots do really well. I'm going to show you how you can buy them, set them up in containers, get them growing before they would go out into your garden. Same thing with the blueberries. You know, I'm going to show you the figs that I have outside. That's how I set the blueberries up too. But when you go to the stores, let's see if I can get the sun out here. You're going to see most of the blueberries, the figs, the kiwis are all going to have leaves. These leaves won't survive if you put them outside because they haven't been in the sun. So the sun's just going to damage them and the leaves are going to die back. What you want to do is get these established indoors, get them acclimated to the outdoors, and get them ready to go into your garden. But you want to buy these now from Home Depot, from Lowe's, or wherever you're getting them, because they're coming out of dormancy. They're starting to put out their leaves. They're going to set out roots. They're going to start using the moisture that's in these bags, and eventually it dries out, the plant stresses, and it dies. So you want to get these when they're young, when the leaves look a little bit like this, not much more, because they're going to start running out of moisture. And I'll show you how I get them into containers. And again, they were about $8. Over there, these blueberries, and I think that's a blackberry cane, are from Walmart. I think that was about $5 or $6, and you just want to set them up the same way. Now what's kind of cool is Walmart keeps theirs outside, so they're still more in the dormancy phase. Home Depot and Lowe's brings them inside about 3 weeks ago, so they all start to put out their leaves and get ready to grow. These are figs that I just potted up. Those are actually liners for paint cans, really inexpensive. I'll be doing a video on that soon. Well, actually with the videos, but the figs are done the same way. This is polycarbonate plastic. It has UV protection so it doesn't degrade, and this is what I'm going to be using to build an acclimation station and also some cold frame. And you can see coming down here, this is where I potted up the figs. I'm also doing kiwis, all kinds of stuff, but I just use basic potting mix. Then on top of it I put the sand that keeps any kind of fungus gnats or issues from getting out in my my house basically. Of course, if you buy the succulents, make sure you take care of them too. Coming over here, I've picked up a bunch of fruit trees, cherries, peaches, pears. I've ordered trees. I like these. These are actually from Home Depot. I think they were $50. They're nice, tall, solid trees, extremely healthy. And it's a good way for me to be able to afford to really populate this 2 acres with fruit trees. I'm very happy with them. Well, we'll see how they grow. Be doing videos on all of this too. I've had my trees cut down. This is, I said in my last video, these are perennials I picked up from my old place, dropped under here. You can hear all the geese. Or the ducks, what are they? Let's see. Yeah, they're ducks coming in. This plastic kept them warm in our freezers so that I'll be able to plant these all into the garden. That's going to be coming off soon. You don't want to keep plastic on too long, because when it starts getting into the upper 50s, full sunny days, that's going to actually bake in there. Had one of my trees knocked down. I was just saying in my Instagram post, if you want to follow me there, you can find me on The Rusted Garden on Instagram. I came out here and had my morning coffee and just looked at the wood. I don't know what it is, but found it very peaceful. I like looking at all the patterns in the wood and just found it extremely peaceful. I'm going to be turning these into raised beds to grow mushrooms. That'll all be coming up. That will actually be in my garden area. The garden area is going to be over here, 40 by 80 feet, waiting on the fencing. I shot most of this video in the morning. I just picked this up this afternoon. A friend helped me bring this back to my house. This is all going to be used to build some raised beds, going to build some potting stations. I'll show you how to do that in future videos. So if you want to subscribe, I'll show you what I'm going to be building over the next couple of weeks. But it's really getting to be a good point here at the Rusted Garden where I'm bringing in the wood, taking down trees, and getting ready to start building everything up. Very, very excited. When you buy pressure treated wood nowadays, quick tip, you can see that it's all green. It's pressure treated with copper. It's safe. It's not the old arsenic from 20 years ago. So you can use pressure treated lumber in your garden and it's not going to harm you. They've changed what they use in the wood a long time ago. There's myths running around that it's not good for you. That's not true anymore. I'm also going to be cutting those log pieces into squares and be building my, I think, my acclimation frame or my cold frame from that. You know, I am ready to get started. Things look pretty good. I just launched the video on the leafy greens and they're doing really well. These could probably come off today because it could get up into the 40s, but they look good. Did a bit of an experiment too. After these were all damaged, I went and got more vases and then put the vase on top. So these were all the same, these 4 and the one under here, all 5. So as soon as I put the vase on, they started recovering. So it really, really does make a difference. Alright, so this whole area is going to be pretty much my vegetable garden. Let me take you to where the orchard is, and I think we'll end the tour there. The orchard's going to go right into this space. These are containers again that I brought over from my old home. They will all be set up. There's plants living in there. That's a fig tree wrapped up. Had this all cut back, and I don't know if you can see it, but there is ice again on our limbs. Hopefully they survive. Had this all cleaned up, had the pine of some sort that was dead, that was cut down. We're going to set up something and probably put the flag post in there. But this whole space is going to be the orchard. Right inside of here is all sun. Even with all these large trees, the sun tracks the right way that I can really turn this into an orchard. Hopefully it absorbs a little bit of sound of these cars, which I thought, you know, I'm not crazy about. I wanted to be a place where there's no noise, and of course my wife wanted to be in a place where there's more activity. But I really love the neighborhood. The people are great. We got to meet them, and I think this is a really good place. So for a little bit of car noise, we landed in a really, really wonderful place. These were the river birches, or the birch trees, that I was worried about because the tops snapped off. They were all cut down. They still look pretty good. So I am happy with this space, and if you stick with me, I'll be transforming it all over, you know, into an orchard, and the gardens should be up and going hopefully within the next month. Oh, one more thing. So right in here, we're going to have white picket fence coming all the way down, almost to the road, and then going to the other side of the house and back. So things are starting to happen. Next tour, we should have a lot of things in place. Thanks for watching.